Hello, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to the Vibe Online podcast with myself, Megan, and with Karen.
Hello.
Hello, we have today episode 12, and we're going to be diving into making decisions and worrying about other people's opinions when we do that. So, how are you today, Karen?
I am very well, thank you. I'm just back from the gym, just got a little coffee, ready for the podcast. So I am good to go. And this subject really, really excites me actually, because I've been there, but we'll go into that. How are you today, Meg?
Yeah, I'm really good. Settled back into UK life now, and yeah, getting stuff ready with the house. So it's been really nice to be back and see friends, family, and spend
Yeah,
time with friends. So that's been really great. And again, this is a subject that comes up a lot, isn't it? When
it
we when
really
we talk
does.
about making decisions, especially when you come into the online world and you're looking at your options for other solutions to the problems that you have, or the way that you want to, the kind of career path that you want to take in life. And yeah, I think we do worry too much in general, don't we, about other people's opinions and what other people think about us making decisions in our lives.
In life as
And
a whole, really, isn't it?
it is. It is. I think it is. And it's such a regular thing for people just to worry in general about other people's opinions and other people's thoughts and feelings and things. And especially when you're taking that step out of the norm, into something that's fairly new. Well, it's not new in the online world, but it's new for people that are kind of coming out of normal jobs or situations or that traditional business style and coming into something brand new. So it's kind of, it can be a little bit scary. So we think, oh, well, let's get some opinions from people, see what they think, before I make this decision on this thing. Now, what we don't realize sometimes is the people that we're asking, they don't have experience in what we're going into.
Very true.
Right? So they don't have experience in what we're going into. And we're asking them for their opinion because it's something new for us as well, which is normal. But of course, they don't necessarily have anything to go off to give a valid opinion or a thought or a feeling towards it. And one thing I'd ask as well is, do they have what we want when we're looking into something like this? You know?
That's quite an important one, isn't it? Do they have what we're looking for, what we want? Do they have the experience? Do they have the knowledge? Do they have any kind of guidance or examples that they can give us to learn from and help us make that decision? So it's certainly something that I came across in the beginning of my journey looking into the online world. Everybody I spoke to was in the corporate world and very negative about the online space, and therefore tried to talk me out of doing both my businesses. Luckily, I didn't listen to them, and I went with my gut instinct, and I ran with it after, as you say, doing my own research, speaking to the people that are actually in the position that you want to be, and those that have got the success within the online space. They're the people that you want to reach out and speak to, and they're the people that you want to speak to, not your family and not your friends, because if they're not in that space already and doing it, of course they're going to be skeptical, they're going to be scared, they're going to dampen down your excitement and drive to be able to get there, to create that life, and how the negative the impact of their negative comments will slow down and potentially stop you jumping into that space to start creating the life that you want. Whereas if you speak to those that are in the position, they will give you, hopefully, as we will, completely blunt truth, transparent, honest reality of what working in the online space is. And that's what's really important.
Yeah, I think that's a huge point to make, is how honest and open, we will be when people ask those questions. And if you put it in comparison to someone that has no experience in it and doesn't know anything about it, they're making assumptions or, putting fear into us about something that no one knows anything about. So when you're asking an expert or the person that is in it, doing it, has done it, has created that success that you want, then you know it's coming from a reliable source.
Yeah. if you want to work online and earn a couple of £100, speak to somebody who's doing that, somebody that is actively receiving a few £100 per month on their business. If you want to be a 6, 7, 8-figure business owner, reach out and speak to those that are doing it. It's the success that leaves the clues, not the negative impact of, in my case, the corporate world, where everybody is very blinkered. They've got the blinkers on, and they see nothing more than the corporate world and the pension and the security of the monthly wage and all that kind of stuff, when really in reality, you know, we work until we're 67 in this secure environment for a pension that's only like maybe £1,000 or £2 a month. Whereas in the online space, if you want to grow yourself mentally, physically, and financially, to then have the complete true health, wealth, and location freedom, do what feels right for you and reach out to these people and speak to them. Because sitting back in your comfort zone, listening to your colleague next door, and Bob says, I tried it, didn't work for me. Well, why is that, Bob? Did you ask Bob why that didn't work? Was it because he gave up, or was it because he couldn't be bothered anymore and just went back to the comfort zone? You've really, really, really got to ask these questions. And I think if we hadn't done that ourselves, Meg, we wouldn't be where we are today.
Yeah, totally. You're so right. And another thing on that is, if you're looking at the corporate world, you know, they may be given an opinion, but these are also people that are complaining about the position that they're in.
Absolutely.
You know, they also want, you know, the time freedom, more money, to be able to work from wherever they like.
Yeah.
But these people, as you say, that they're blinkered, they're not seeing outside of anything else. A, they're not looking for a solution. B, they're not giving themselves the opportunity to learn about something like this. Unlike, you know, the listener that might be listening to this, that may be going for a trial at the moment, that may be thinking about working online, or may already have started your business. In that case, congratulations. But these people that we're listening to, they've never stepped out of their comfort zone. They've never, you know, gone beyond what they know or what they're about. But also, they're the ones that also complain about their life day in, day out, you know. So just really be careful about who you're asking, and also who you're listening to, because some people will give an opinion even when you haven't asked it. They'll be like, oh, you're doing this thing, like, oh, it looks like a whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what's it to you, man? Like, I'm living my life, I'm doing what I'm doing. And I think this is a big thing for me, you know. When I came into this, I didn't ask anyone for any opinions. I honestly, I didn't go anywhere. I knew the life that I wanted. I thought about the bigger picture. I saw my vision of where I wanted to be. I knew I didn't want to be working 40 plus hours a week in an office, plus commuting every day into London. I didn't want to have to deal with certain types of people. I wanted to choose who I work with. I wanted flexibility. I knew that this was going to give me that.
Yeah.
So I didn't need any validation from anyone else. I didn't need to know whether it was the right decision for me or not, because I knew what I'd already experienced in my working life.
Yeah.
And it was completely the opposite of what I wanted. So I'm not going to continue in that position. I'm also not going to ask people that are in that position what I should do next. I can see that this is a gateway into the life that I want.
Absolutely.
I can see and feel, when ask normal humans that have literally achieved it for themselves, how does this work? How can I do it? How did you do it? And get completely honest and open answers back. So I personally, I didn't need that, but I do completely appreciate and understand and sympathize with people when they come into this, because it is brand new, and because we are blindsided by society to say, you know, anything outside of you working 40, 50 hours a week and working your butt off for a shit pension and like no holiday is not the way of life. It's not, guys, I'm telling you. So what I would say is, think about your bigger picture. What does your life look like? How do you want it to look, you know? And if this is the opportunity that you can see gives you that, go for it.
100%.
Just go for it. Because you know what? I was looking at something this morning actually, and it said, you know, in 1 year they might still be skeptical and thinking, well, what the hell are you doing? You know, this is whatever. But in 5 years' time, they're going to be like, how the hell did you do that? Like, I want to do it too. You know,
That's
how
when
did
they
you do
come.
it?
Yeah.
And it comes down the line, you know. So for a piece of advice, I would say put your own blinkers on. Like, where do you want to be? See your vision, see what you want to create, understand that this is a solution for you and it can do that for you. Um, and, you know, speak to people and listen to people that have what you want.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, seek out that account that inspires you. Seek out somebody who's living that life, like Meg said, and you know, surround yourself with those who have the positive mindset and are actually in that space that you want to be. Because I for one had quite a lot of opinions where you said that weren't always asked for, but they were given, and everybody's entitled to an opinion. Absolutely, I'm not
Oh,
saying
yeah, I've had it a lot.
there's a time and a place to kind of voice your opinion. Anyway, I sat back and I listened, but I didn't take it on board. Thankfully, I had a strong enough gut feeling, the same as you, Meg, that I knew I wanted the time freedom, the location freedom. I wanted the extra money. I needed the extra money to support my life and my kids. And if I had listened to these guys that were giving me this opinion in my ear, saying, "Oh, it's a scam, it's a pyramid, it's skeptical, it's this, don't do that. You know, you're safe and you've got security here." That why don't you have security in the online world? Why
Mm.
why is that such a fear for people? And the more they were kind of talking to me, I did initially it was like, oh yeah, maybe, but my instinct inside was stronger than that. And I thought, you know what? And another thing, I am going to prove you guys wrong. I know this is a proven, tested business model. It's going to give me the life I want. I've searched, I've looked, I've followed, I've seen everybody living the life. Like, you cannot fake it. You cannot fake that life. So definitely do not listen and do not let the Debbie Downers of the world get to you and stop you living your dream and your life that you want to live, because they're not going to do it. If they want to sit in their comfort zone and stay there, then let them. You go, you fly, you live your life and you achieve your dreams, because everybody can do it. You get to not just run a business, have your freedom. You work on your personal development, your mindset, you become a much more, in my opinion of me, well-rounded, wholesome, grateful individual. Like, you don't feel like you're getting your life sucked out of you anymore working in the corporate world or whatever you're doing that's draining all your energy, and you're surrounding your people by surrounding yourself with like all these people that are just like vampires, like suck the life out of you. I'm like, no, get away. I'm done with you guys. Like, stop with the negativity. And do you know what? If you don't like what I'm doing, don't watch me.
Yeah, right. Like, it's not their life. Like, and this is another thing, people are very, very consumed by other people's lives and not thinking about their own.
Yes.
Now, people that come into this, it's now the opportunity for them to be like, actually, this is for me. This is my investment for me, my future, my children, the life that
Yeah.
I want. And if you know, the people that are giving me this opinion, I can't even see you doing shit, man. Like, I can't see you bettering yourself. I don't see you improving yourself. I don't see you trying to find a solution to the complaints that I keep hearing from you.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I know about me. I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm at. I'm good. I'm going for it. I'm
Yeah.
going for it. Because think about it down the line. Like, I always like to think about the bigger picture. Like, okay, in the beginning, you got to hustle. You've got to hustle for it, right? We know we've got to work hard. It's a business, right?
Yeah.
We know that, but we also get, as you said, the incredible ability to grow and improve ourselves daily. More gratitude, more like we're so much more humble, better relationships. You know, we're just becoming more well-rounded, great individuals. But think about the bigger picture down the line, like in 5, 10 years' time, complete freedom.
Yeah.
Complete freedom, guys. Like, no job. You're not working till you're 65 and having a crap pension, which, like, my poor dad, he's been working all of his life, was 25 years in the fire brigade, done all kinds of other stuff as well. He's almost 60 and he still needs to work because he can't afford to live on what he has. And imagine being that age, guys, and you want to relax, you want to maybe do a bit of traveling, spend some time with the grandkids, do whatever, and you're still working
Yeah.
because you can't afford to rest. Like, you work your butt off your whole life. Anyway, tangent. We like to go on a
You love a
tangent.
tangent.
Point we're making here, guys, is think about your bigger picture. Think about the vision of where you want to be, where you could be in 5, 10 years time, like with complete and utter freedom for yourself. Incredible, financial position, which however that looks like for you, whether that's just a few extra grand a month, or you want to be a 5, 6, 7 figure earner. You want to be an entrepreneur. You want to grow your network and communicate with people that are so like-minded, like you and like us, and positive. Thinking, like always looking at the brighter side of life. And
Yeah.
then you manifest so much more of that into your existence as well. So yeah, really have a think when these thoughts and feelings come in from external, and evaluate them and just
Yeah.
say, okay, who is this coming from? Is this person a reliable source for the information I'm looking for? Am I going to listen to this person? What is my dream? What is my vision? Does it match what they want or what they are driving towards? If
Yeah.
it doesn't, you know where you need to be, guys.
Yeah, definitely. And the other thing that we haven't quite touched on yet briefly is the community that comes with that. So you then end up in this community of people that are like-minded, like you, have the vision, have the bigger picture, they know what they want in life, and nothing is going to stop them achieving it. Nothing
Mm.
is going to stop them and make them return to that workplace. Yes, as Meg said, it's a side hustle, and we hustle initially for the first couple of years. But after that, would you want to go back? Would you want to go back to working for somebody else, for fulfilling somebody else's dream until you're 67? And then before you know it, you can't live your life. You can't have your adventures. You can't make the memories with your kids. You can't experience new places because your body is so old and tired from working all those years that what are you going to do? I've seen it happen to so many people, and I don't want it to happen to any more people. I want everybody to be free and living the life like as soon as you possibly can. And just to have the community of people, which I never ever had or have in the corporate world at all. And the support that you do get is just phenomenal. So, don't ever think that you're on your own, or you're going to jump into this online space and have nobody to speak to, because we're all here all the time. And to me, that was massive to have that support.
100%. Like, I wouldn't have become a business owner if it was just myself, because you come into something new and knowing that you have that support around you, that support system, that community of people that have all started the same way.
Yeah.
We all go through the same process, training together, and you can reach out to people and they're like-minded. Like you said, they're all driven, passionate people that know what they want and are driving towards it. So when you start surrounding yourself with these kinds of people, you naturally elevate, like,
Yeah.
instantly.
Yeah.
And it's really important because you really are the average of the 5 people that you spend your most time with. So
Yeah.
also have that in the back of your mind. Who are you spending your time with? Who are you going to take those opinions from? And would you like to be in a space of like-minded, highly inspirational, driven, motivated people that are driving towards creating a better life for themselves and also helping other people? Because
And
we're
that's
all
it.
open here to help so many. Like, we say it every time on a podcast, guys, like, always reach out to me and Karen if you've got any questions, concerns, highlights, comments, anything like that. We'd love to hear from you, and we really do appreciate all your messages so far, feedback on the podcast, and also
Yeah.
your questions on what it is that we do, a little bit more detail, how you want to get started. So don't ever stop that, because we're a huge community of people that just want to help the next person go on their journey.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's really important, isn't it? We are, as much as we're driven and passionate, we're also here to help. And then what you do, guys, is you get to help somebody else that's pushed that opinion on you. You can push your opinion back on them and be like, actually, I knew I was right.
And you know what is such a good feeling as well, when you go through this process and you become more confident and you know what you're doing. So when, like, I still get opinions now and again, yeah. So an opinion will come up and they'll share it with me, and I'll say, I really appreciate that, like, thank you. And I'm
Yes.
like, thank you very much. I'm not going to take it on board because I know X, Y, and Z. Like, because I'm in a position where I can openly say, this is for me, and I will then share it with them. And sometimes, often, they're like, wow, that actually sounds amazing. Like, what you're doing, it sounds amazing. Like, I wish I could do something like that. And then the conversation turns.
Yeah.
Because it's a phenomenal opportunity for everyone. It's just some people have their own fears, limitations, skepticisms. So when we're able to educate them and help them along their own journey in their own way, whether they take that on board is their choice as well, right?
Yeah.
But it's nice to be able to educate people and share with them, actually, this isn't anything that you think it is. If you're open to learn about it, we're here to share.
And I think that wraps us up nicely for today, Meg.
Amazing. Well, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. As we always say, share with us feedback, comments, anything you would like, any particular topic that you would like us to discuss on future episodes. And we've loved having you with us today. Do subscribe and listen to our previous episodes also if you've enjoyed this. And thank you very much, Karen. It's been a great episode.
It has, Meg. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Have a great day, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.